Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Knight Harley Quinn 7-inch scale figure. I picked this up back in May of 2015 from my local comic shop, and like I said in the previous review in which we looked at Batman, I've been sitting on these for a long time waiting to get them reviewed, and I just never was able to get them slotted in until now. And I'm really excited about that because I've always thought this is a really good looking figure, so it's great to finally be getting them out of the boxes and looked at in an in-depth fashion. So as for the packaging, it's the same as what we saw in Batman. You basically get the DC Collectibles sort of packaging they've been doing since they started the designer series a couple years ago. And it looks quite good. I really like the Batman Arkham Knight theme. On the side, you get a schematic of Harley Quinn, and it tells you that this is number 4 in the series. On the opposite side, it says Harley Quinn on the box, and it gives you a peek inside so that you can see the profile of the figure. And at the back, you can see other figures that are available in Series 1 of the Batman Arkham Knight line. We've already looked at Batman, and we will be looking at Arkham Knight and Scarecrow. At the top of the box, you get the Bat logo on Batman's chest armor, and at the bottom, some information about the company. Alright you guys, so like I've said, I've been sitting on this for a very long time. I've specifically remembered the night that I picked this up, and really anxious to get it opened up finally and get it reviewed for you. So here we go. Alright you guys, so here is Harley out of the box, and gotta say, this is probably the best looking Harley that they have done so far, just from a realistic standpoint, and as far as bringing what we see in the video game to life, I think this is really close. Sculpt looks great, proportions look great, just a really fun looking figure. Coloring looks really good, really gritty, and of course, being a DC Collectibles figure in the Arkham assortment, she does have quite a bit of articulation and some really fun accessories. Go ahead and give you an up close here at her face, and you can see she's got a very goth look to her, more so than any of the other Arkham video game Harleys we've seen before. But it looks really good. I think they did a marvelous job on the sculpt. It's a very pretty looking figure, and just very, very fun looking. Looking at it up close, she's got very clean paint. You can see that the white makeup on her face is very nicely painted. It actually does look like white makeup. The eyebrows, the eyes themselves, very nice makeup. I mean, it just looks really, really good. The lips are painted very nicely as well, kind of like a black cherry color. And I mean, I really like what they did here. I mean, those eyes just look pretty expressive, and wow, this is really lifelike. I mean, for DC Collectibles anyway, who, oftentimes doesn't do the best job on realistic sort of aspects, they really did a heck of a job on this one. And the hair's nicely sculpted, nicely textured. She's got her bangs there, just framing her face, and the pigtails have a little bit of a hint of color. At least you can see the red one on the left, and on her right, it kind of looks like maybe it was, I don't know, like a greenish color. The skin tone itself, I think, looks a little bit too peachy. I think it should be a little bit more subdued. Not necessarily as white as her face, but, definitely a little bit more porcelain looking. I think it would match the face a lot better. It just seems a little bit too dark for the skin tone, but, I mean, it's not too bad. As far as the costume goes, I really like it. I mean, it incorporates elements of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and you get these puffy cap sleeves on her shoulders, and that's kind of similar to Arkham Asylum, and they look good. It looks like they should be white, and then they kind of gave it this wash to kind of make it look more grittied up, and I think that looks fantastic. She's got her corset, and that looks really good too. It's got very nice sculpting on it. I really like the texture that they gave it, and nice details like with these little silver buttons right here and straps. Those look really good. Her cleavage is very exposed. On the back, more straps, looks really good. She's got her little frock dress on, which I think looks really cool. It's basically like a soft rubbery color. It doesn't really move around though. It seems like it's glued in place. But I really like it. I really like the way that they designed it, the texture on it, and the coloring. Her arms, she's got these covers here on her lower arms. Black on one side, red on the other, and more of that sort of dirtied up white cloth on her wrists, around her wrists. And for the legs, very similar to what we see in Arkham City. You get one that's a maroon color, and then another one that's kind of like a matte black color. And there's a little bit of detail on here as well, and some painted shapes right here near the top. And then her boots, she's basically got combat boots on. One's black and the other one's maroon. And they're very nicely sculpted as well. You can see some detail back there. She's got peg holes on bottom. Overall, it's just a really good looking figure. Very, very solid. And I'm really pleased with how this looks. Now, in the way of articulation, Harley has a ball joint here at the head. So you can move it side to side. You can move it up just a little bit. You move it down a little bit more though. She's got ball hinging at both of these shoulders. And they're a little hard to move out. And there is a little bit of a hindrance there because of those poofy sleeves. But they seem to work okay. I mean, they work well enough. She's got bends at both of the elbows. She's got bends and swivels at both of the wrists. You get a ball joint at the torso, though. For all intents and purposes, it's really just a swivel because that's really about all you can do with it. She's got ball hinging at both of the hips and gets a fair amount of movement down there. You can move her legs forward just a little bit. They are hindered because of the skirt. She does have double bends at both of the knees, which is pretty nice. She's got swivels at both of the boots, though I find that the right one works and the left one doesn't. I don't know if it's just stuck. Maybe I need to heat it up. I'm a little afraid to break it, though, so I'm not going to put a whole lot of stress on it right now. I may try and heat it up later, though. And then for the ankles, she does have ball hinging along with rocker swivels, so plenty of articulation on her. In the way of accessories, we do get an alternate right hand and an alternate left hand, and that's just cool for extra posing options. She comes with a pistol, which is kind of like a dark gunmetal sort of color. It's got a little bit of black paint on it. It looks pretty good. She's also got, guys, to be honest, I don't know what this is. I don't remember it from the game. I assume it had to have been in there at some point. Maybe like a grenade or I don't know. Maybe it's a switch for a bomb. I'm not sure. I don't remember what this would have been in the game. Let me know down in the comments. She's got her baseball bat because, well, why not? It's Harley Quinn. She's got to have a baseball bat. And it's got some nice dark red stripes, pretty nice wood grain to it as well. It looks decently realistic. I actually kind of like what they did here with this. And then probably the most fun and unexpected accessory is this little jack-in-the-box. And it looks really good. It really does. And I'm really happy that they put an actual metal spring on there because even though it doesn't go inside, you can kind of press on it like that. Obviously it shakes and you can even move the little handle around, which is pretty cool. It just looks really good and really fun. It's got a kind of a wacky expression on its face. Nice paint detail on it. And especially on the box, I mean, look at that sculpt work and paint detail. That just looks fantastic. I really like this accessory. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess I'll just place it next to her on the shelf. But it's just a fun little thing. I mean, kudos to DC Collectibles for throwing this in here because I love it. Here's a comparison of the Arkham Asylum Harley Quinn with the Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. As you can see, they did carry some of the design elements from Arkham Asylum over to Arkham Knight, like the poofy cap sleeves and the skirt. And of course, the Arkham Asylum Harley is supposed to be wearing a nurse outfit, and it's a truly fun figure. But looking at it here with the Arkham Knight Harley, I don't know, there's some things I like about both of them. I'm not sure which one I would say is better. I think that the Arkham Asylum one looks a little bit more video game-esque, maybe a little more comic booky, whereas the Arkham Knight one looks a little more gothic and a little bit more realistic. But they're both really stellar figures and very nice designs on both of them in any case. And gosh, they're just solid. I love Harley Quinn. Now, in terms of height, Harley stands at about 7 inches exactly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. Overall, you guys, I really like the figure. I really do. I think that aesthetically speaking, it's gorgeous. She's realistic. Her face is pretty expressive. Even if there's really nothing going on with her expression, I mean, it still looks like Harley Quinn. And I think the outfit is great. It's a very nice character design, which feels like it combines elements from Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. The paint is fantastic on this figure. Absolutely fabulous. I love the paint. I love the wash on her cap sleeves. I love the way that they painted the corset and the frock skirt and the legs and boots. I think that the face in particular is painted very nicely. It's got very clean paint. And I really like the colors of her makeup. I do feel that the skin tone is a little bit too peachy looking. I think it should have been a little bit lighter. Other than that, no complaints from me on the aesthetics. The articulation is plentiful for the figure. All of the joints seem to work adequately except for the left boot. I just can't get it to swivel. So I'll see if I can try and fix that. She is a little bit difficult to stand, but it could very well be because of that left boot. So we'll see if fixing her makes any difference. The accessories are great. I really like the baseball bat. I think it's colored very nicely and looks quite realistic. The gun is nice. The other little trinket that she comes with is nice. The interchangeable hands. I don't feel that I absolutely need to use them, but it is great that she has them. And then, of course, the Jack in the Box. I just love this Jack in the Box, and I'm really happy that they included it because it's just great. It's a great accessory. All in all, if you're a fan of the Arkham video games, or you're a fan of the Arkham action figure lines, or if you're just a Harley Quinn fan, then I really think you need to add this to your collection. I'm totally pleased with it and think they did a tremendously good job with it. Alright my friends, if you've enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Be sure and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time my friends, bye-bye.